Hey guys, it's JJ. Welcome back to the Louisiana Dynasty, where we are 7-2, 4-2 in conference, and I think technically we still have a shot at the conference championship game and the title, therefore. But we have got to beat Mississippi State in order to do that. They are ranked first in the Western Division here, and we're gonna face them first up, and then later we're gonna be facing Tulane and ULM. So I guess we're probably gonna have to win out in order to make it. So first of all, we're gonna face Mississippi State, and obviously they are one of the strongest teams in the conference. Quarterbacked by Blake Shapen, 6'1", 210 out of Shreveport, Louisiana. Pocket passer with 3-star rating coming out of high school. He's got elite short accuracy, but the rest of the accuracies really don't look great at all. Not a great arm. Got a little bit of mobility, but not too much. So, not a massively overpowered quarterback here. Fluff Bothwell is the running back for this team, and he is out with torn labrum, which probably is an indicator that Mississippi State's offense runs through him as a 92 overall, but they also have an 87 overall Devon Booth, out of North Las Vegas. 5'10", 205, so good running back size with 88 speed, 91 acceleration. He's got pretty solid elusiveness, but the power is not that great. Not great hands, just a regular elusive back. So they're definitely gonna miss their number one running back there. Then we got Jordan Mosley, number 4 is his number. Gonna line up wide out probably most of the time. He's got elite speed, very good hands, solid route running, good elusiveness. He's the total package. So very solid number 1 receiver. And then they got Brendan Thompson as the number 2. Looks more like a slot receiver, honestly, out of North Texas. He wears number 0. He's got 96 speed, so more like a pure deep threat with also his route running here. Well, but he also has decent short route running. Might be doing okay in the slot too. And then they've got Aiden Williams, who's a junior, 6'3", 205 out of Richland, Mississippi. Aiden Williams is a former 4-star with 90 speed, 90 acceleration. He's got 88 catching and 92 spec catch. The route runnings are all in like around 80 somewhere, so that's decent. Good elusiveness, just a very solid receiving trio there. And then they've got Max Reese, the tight end here, 6'2", 237 out of Chicago, Illinois. Reese is a former 2-star, and Reese has very solid route runnings for a tight end, honestly. And the catching ratings looking very decent here. Elusiveness, I mean, he's a tight end, so not too much there. But, yeah, pretty decent tight end. 79 speed is a little bit on the lower end, but definitely you can work with that. Now, the offensive line for Mississippi State, I do not know why this line is so bad. Honestly, like, this is not looking great for Mississippi State. They have just a couple players in the 80s for overall. The rest is in the 70s. So I think we have a chance here to shut their offense down if we can do well in the trenches here. Red Hibbler is the top edge rusher on the team. Hibbler has 87 power moves. And I mean, that is very, like, that's elite. He's also got pretty good strength, but he's really slow and he has no finesse moves. So he's just a one-trick pony here on the edge. Will Whitson is the top defensive tackle on this team, 6'5", 295 out of Cincinnati. Whitson has a former 2-star rating with 85 strength, 85 block shedding, 84 power moves, 79 finesse moves. So this kid can do it all. Like, this is a very good defensive tackle here in the middle of this defense. Nick Mitchell is the top linebacker, and he's got a broken tailbone, so he's done for the season. Out 10 more weeks from now. I think that's also going to cover the college football playoff as well. So his replacement as top linebacker is Jalen Smith with 82 speed, 88 acceleration. That's not too shabby, but also not elite either. 74 zone, kind of on the lower end of what you want, but he's a very good run stopper, got some power. No blitzing upside though. So a pure run stopper with a little bit of coverage ability. Dwight Lewis is the top corner, and he's an 82 overall, 6'1", 195. And honestly, like, this is not looking too hot either. He's got very good zone coverage, and the man coverage is decent as well, but he's not an elite athlete, and just not looking like this is a good #1 receiver, and he's definitely good enough to cover all of our receivers. But like, as a former SEC team, I would have expected Mississippi State to have like dominant lockdown corners, and I don't feel like they do have any of those. Now 84 zone coverage here on the #2 corner also looks decent. The man cover also looks decent, but yet again, not a great athlete. So there might be an opportunity out there, maybe to beat them with a little bit of speed. Jaron Manning is the top safety, and he's actually the best coverage player they have, man and zone coverage. 89 speed, yet again, not elite athleticism on the back end there. So this is definitely, like, they are one of the better teams in the conferences, but looking at this roster individually, I am not that scared about them. So we're going to try our best here. Now, obviously, this is going to be a tough one because we're playing on the road here at Mississippi State. Always tough to beat an opponent at their house in college football, but especially if you're playing in the deep south somewhere. So we're going to try our best here. Now, quarterback-wise, I think they have... it's kind of a tie, honestly. I think both quarterbacks are equally good. They do have better running backs than we do. They also have by far better receivers than we do, but I do think we can keep up on the offensive line. Defensive line also goes to Mississippi State, I think, and for linebackers, I mean, they only got that one guy after the injury, so I think we have the edge on that, and secondary also does not look great for Mississippi State. Now, the pressure is coming in immediately on 3rd and 8, but they do get the first down with Aiden Williams here on a 9-yard catch, and now they are going to have a play-action shot there to the running back, and immediately they're turning around here and getting like 12 yards on the play. 2nd and 5 across midfield, and Chapin has his receiver over the middle, and that is Aiden Williams again for another catch. Got 12 yards on that one. 3rd and 10, and Chapin throws up a one-on-one, and it's behind his receiver, and we knock it away. Louisiana is going to get him off the field. But 51-yard field goal try is right down the middle on the opening drive. Mississippi State scores. It's 3-0, and we're going to have to show that we are capable to keep up with them. Walker Howard coming off a great game last episode, 371 yards and 4 touchdowns. But here we start at 0, and you've got to do it all over again. We're going to start on the ground here. Zylan Perry for 9 yards, and now it's 2nd and 1, and Howard is going to throw to a wide open Robertson. That's going to be a first down easily. Now we're from the 40-yard line. 3rd and 3, and we've got a not open Trey Miller, and that is going to be knocked away. So we're going to have to punt this one right back to Mississippi State. Didn't come to get over midfield, but we're going to get an interception here. Jaron Dawkins takes it away, and we're going to have to take a second look at that one because that one was well covered. I do not know why Chapin got the idea to throw this. But an interception is going to give us great field position here at the Mississippi State 43-yard line. Jaron Dawkins is our slot corner, and he's all over this one. He was waiting for the ball, looking at the quarterback all this time, and we're going to try our best here. But in 3rd and 4, we're trying to run it, and they are all over it. 4th and 7, we're going to go for this because we're going to want some points off this turnover, and we're going to get the first down anyway. It is Caden Jensen, our tight end, for an 8-yard pickup. 3rd and 5, and wide open is Shelton Sampson at the 20. We're moving the ball here. 1st and 10, and play action. Howard off his back foot. He got it away, and it is caught by Robert Williams on a diving attempt. 9 yards. 3rd and goal now, and Howard is going down. He gets the ball off, but it falls on the ground. So we're going to settle for 3 and tie up the game here. And now we're going to get the quarterback. It's Chapin going down. Jaron Dawkins, the slot corner, on the blitz. Second impact play by him today. And down goes Mississippi State's quarterback. So Dawkins having a nice game already, like the nickel blitz there. Great call. And that turns into a punt, and we get the ball back with great field position. 2nd and 10 for Howard, and he's got an open receiver over the middle, and that's Robertson for a first down. And they can't bring him down on the first try, so they got to get a couple other guys to clean up. 3rd and 6 motion for Perry, and Howard is pressured immediately, and he gets the ball away to Trey Miller, and he makes the catch, makes up for his mistake earlier. 2nd and 10, and this is from the red zone now. Get it away, Caden Jensen up the field down to the 1. Couldn't get quite get in there. 1st and goal, handed off. No, it's a play action shot, and in the end zone, it's intercepted. Shelton Sampson was not at all open. Great coverage by Mississippi State. They are going to take the football away, and no points added for Louisiana. The game stays tied at 3. So that sack and the great field position turns into 0 points, sadly. But yeah, Kelly Jones, like great man coverage on that play. Like they were driving back the offensive lineman into the pocket there. Got to get rid of the ball there. But immediately throw it to the wrong guy. And now we're going to have an incompletion over the middle there. So Mississippi State is going to punt this one away. And the ball goes back to Louisiana. The Raging Cajuns have a chance here. And this is a pretty solid return down the sideline. It's Williams out of bounds at the 41. Great field position yet again with 5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. And look at Zylan Perry juking out the linebacker. That's a nice 7-yard run. 2nd and 3. Perry up the middle on the inside zone give. And he's got another nice lane to run up the middle. And now Louisiana State's gotta take their time here. They gotta run off the clock and not give Mississippi State the ball back with too much time. 3rd and 3 here at the 2-minute warning, and Howard is gonna have it knocked away from Shelton Sampson, and there is a minute and 57 seconds on the clock. But this has been proven to be a defensive matchup, and we're not gonna take the chance on 4th down. We're gonna take our points, take the lead 6-3, and hope that our defense can hold off Mississippi State here on the way into halftime. And they're gonna dump it out to the flats, and there is a lot of room going out of bounds. That's Devon Booth. And now we're going to have 1st and 10 and throw it on the slip screen. Booth has a lot of room, and he goes out of bounds to save some time. That's a good play as well. 3rd and 9 now, a few downs later. And Chapin stands tall in the pocket, escapes the pocket with evading the sack, and then almost throws a pick. So the ball goes back to us. No timeouts used from Mississippi State on that drive, and they leave us a minute on the clock, so we're giving it our all and try to score some more points before halftime. 3rd and 6, 17 seconds on the clock, and Howard has a wide open man over the middle, and he misses him. That is gonna be a 4th down, and we're gonna have to punt it back to Mississippi State to end the first half. We're leading this game 6-3. And the Bulldogs are having a hard time running the football here. Like, we are out yardaging them, but we need to turn those yards into points, and we have not been able to do that much today. 2 field goals is all we got in the first half. So now in the second, we're going to try to go for a touchdown, hopefully. Robert Williams starts it off with a nice 12-yard gain, 1st and 10. Howard has some time, dumps it to Williams, and he's got some moves. That's 12 yards and a 1st down. 2nd and 12 after a bad run on 1st down. Gonna have to throw it here. Howard gets it away to his receiver. Shelton Sampson gets 9, and he seems to be injured, so he's gonna come out of the game here. Shelton Sampson has been one of the top receivers on this team, so he's gonna be replaced now by Bell. So we're gonna throw this one to the sideline here, and Zylan Perry with a very nice route, a running back being put out there as a slot receiver. That was a very crispy route. 1st and 10, and Robertson is wide left as the ex-receiver here on the snap. We're gonna get this one away to Zylan Perry, though. He breaks a tackle. Down to the 20 goes Zylan Perry. And Mississippi State has now a shot to stop us there again and keep this a one-score game. We're right at the edge of the red zone, and Howard goes down. It's a 4th and 15, and that was a massive sack, because that is gonna knock us to the edge of field goal range now. Should have just gotten a few yards. Field goal is no good, and Mississippi State is gonna keep us from scoring any points at all. Louisiana only up 3-6 or 6-3, I guess. So, well, that was a waste of an opportunity, and now Chapin has some time to throw it to the outside, and that one's caught by the number 2 receiver, Brendan Thompson, but that ends in a 4th down, so they punt it right back to us. Let's try again. Xylem Perry doesn't get the first down yardage, and this is 4th and 4 at the 44. I mean, you can go for this. And Howard goes down immediately. They had an open man. They had an unblocked defender in the pocket. Turnover on downs, and now great field position for Mississippi State. This is what happens if you go for it on 4th down in a defensive matchup. You fail, and then you're giving your opponent great field position. That was just a bad idea. You should have just not done it. And we got another interception here. Jerron Dawkins tries to duke out the lineman. Gets caught from behind, but Jerron Dawkins, his 2nd interception today. What a match for him. He's got 2 interceptions and a sack in the same matchup here. That is just crazy. Here to end the 3rd quarter, we have an opportunity to drive down the field and put this game away. If we score a touchdown here, it might be over. And we're going to take a second look at that one, because this was man coverage and was kind of designed like a pick play, but Dawkins makes up all the ground he needs to, and then he's just like right there where the throw is going. Yet again, unblocked defender in Howard face, and he is going down again. This time it's Javen Williams. We're having to punt it back. No points off the turnover. That always hurts so much. You need to score off of turnovers. We punt it away. Good field position for Mississippi State after that sack, and they immediately go to work. And yet again, a 1st down grab for Aiden Williams. 1st and 10. Turns into 2nd and goal a couple downs later, and over the middle, we've got a receiver going down at the 1. That is gonna have a 3rd and goal now. 6 minutes on the clock, and the quarterback is gonna flip it out to the running back, and they're not gonna get it. It's a 4th and goal from the 4, and they're here to take the points, tie up the game, and I think it's a good call. Don't go for it on 4th down in this matchup. This is just a defensive slugfest, and it's not even raining. This game feels like it's raining, like the way the teams are playing, like so many punts and turnovers. But we're gonna see the Louisiana Raging Cajuns offense on the field now. We got Robert Williams over the middle for a nice 1st down gain. 2nd and 10, and Howard gets it away. Williams turns out the field, tries to juke out the safety. Didn't work, but into Mississippi State territory goes Robert Williams on a great throw. Perfect timing, perfect accuracy to give his receiver the best chance to get some yards after catch. And that is going to be a 4th and 1 now. After 3 runs, we're going to run it here, and the 4th down is denied. Mississippi State is going to get off the field here, and they are going to put the offense out there again. The game's tied at 6, and that should have been intercepted, honestly. That was Jerron Dawkins with another shot at an interception. And there is only a minute left on the clock, and we're not going to try to be too aggressive here, as I think that's a holding here on the receiver, and I mean either defensive holding or pass interference, but we have to punt it back to Mississippi State, so now they get a chance, and we're going to wrap them up in the backfield. Timeout taken, Mississippi State, and they just run out the rest of the clock there. So we're going to overtime on this one. Game's tied at 6, and no team seems to want to score, so overtime it is. You're starting at the 25, and you have to score. If you don't, the other team will. So Mississippi State, yeah, we fight and we get into overtime here, but honestly, we should have won it. Now, for the overtime period, we are going to have to start on offense here. So, I mean, that's never a great choice because you have to. It's better to know when you're going second. You know what you're gonna have to get, and so you can use fourth downs for that. But right off the bat, we run it twice and we get no yards at all. So 3rd and 10 for Howard, and we're gonna go play action, and down goes the quarterback. Howard fumbles it, and the ball is recovered by Mississippi State. No points for Louisiana on this drive. Oh no! Disaster strikes on the first set of downs here in overtime. And now Mississippi State has a chance to put this thing away. Run it 3 times and then kick the field goal. No, just kidding. Play action. Shapen. End zone. Touchdown immediately. The game's over. 12-6. Mississippi State takes the win away. I mean, it was a very ugly game, but they do get it done. And they're extending their lead in the division to try to run away with the odds for the championship game. And Louisiana is now definitely not in it anymore because we're 2 games out of the end of the season, and we're 2 games behind Mississippi State, and they have the tiebreaker over us. So we're not going to the conference championship game after all. We did have a good run. We burned Auburn in the first episode. I think 2nd game it was. But then we lose to LSU. We lose to Ole Miss, even though we could have won. LSU was a blowout, obviously, but Ole Miss and Mississippi State both was games that we could have won, and we lose them. Zylan Perry, 14 attempts for 30 yards. I mean, there is a reason I didn't run it much today, because it just did not work. 2.1 yards a carry. Now, on the other side, their lead running back, Devon Booth, had 5 carries for 1 yard. So it's not like they were doing much better. There was just an ugly defensive slugfest, and they made 1 mistake less. Calling play action on 3rd and 10 obviously was not a great choice, but I wanted to take a risk there. I mean, you could have just actually run it there, just get a few yards and take the field goal, because 3rd and 10 against this defense, probably not going to get it. Now, let me tell you one thing, man. Jaron Dawkins having the game of his life. And also being, seriously, I even cut out a couple clips, but this guy could have had 5 interceptions today. So, one clip I left in that, there was the screen where he was just 1 step late, but if he had taken it, he could have housed it, and that would have been game deciding. And then he had 2 other plays where he had perfect coverage and could have picked off the ball and dropped it. This kid could have had 5 interceptions today. 5, and he only got 2. I'm honestly kind of disappointed, because honestly, like, if he had picked off 1 more or 2 more passes out of those other 3 opportunities, I think we would have won that game. Because, for example, that screen, I mean, that would have been a house call. So that would have been a touchdown, and that would have decided the game. And there was one other play where he would have, if he had caught the ball, he would have had to beat 1 receiver on like a juke or something, and he would have probably gotten another house call. That was also like close to the sideline, so and like not in the flats, like at the line of scrimmage, but like 10 yards deep. So he would have had to beat 1 guy if he had picked that one off. But like, seriously, like, this guy had an unbelievable game today, and we couldn't come away with the win, sadly. Now, we're going to have another recruit here, Jabari Fortunato. We don't know much about him because he's not from Louisiana, so we can't scout him fully. 6'2", 222, athlete, thumper, linebacker. I mean, you can't really go wrong with that, so we're just going to keep adding here. And for this next game, we're going to have a couple of visits. Jose Dixon, speed rusher out of Dallas, Texas, 6'2", 282. Kind of a light defensive tackle, honestly, but he's got 89 strength, so I'm overlooking the size there. He doesn't look to have many great skills, and since he's from Texas and not from Louisiana, we can't scout him either. But we're just gonna take all the help we can get here, get a lot of 3 stars in the building, and hopefully a couple of them are gonna break out in a couple of years. Dominique Jaimez is the next one, 6'1", 228, another linebacker. Now, this kid is from Louisiana, so we know all about him. Honestly, doesn't look great. But on the other hand, there's not too many more 3-star players out there at all for us to recruit. So we would have to go back to down to 2 stars, so that's just not a great idea. Tyrone Lindsey is a corner, 6'2", 192. Perfect size, honestly, for a boundary corner. We don't know anything about him, and that is because we only can recruit 2 cornerbacks this year from the 3, 4, and 5-star pool because they were either from Louisiana or interested in us. If I don't get these 2 corners that are on the board right now, I would have to go to 2 stars, and I really don't want to do that. So I don't even really care what his ratings are. Don't waste the hours. Just get him in here. And yeah, this next game is going to be against Tulane. 5'11", 196, Caden Zamanza. Very small, very slender quarterback. Doesn't have a great arm. The accuracies are just okay, but he's a little bit of athleticism. So just an okay quarterback. Tulane is a mid-tier team here in the conference. I think we're pretty evenly matched with them, especially at the quarterback and running back position. Maurice Turner is their running back, and he kind of looks, he looks an awful lot like Zylan Perry, to be honest. Good speed, good elusiveness, not great hands. Well, actually, Zylan Perry is a much better route runner and pass catcher than this kid. But kind of the same build, just not as much of a threat in the receiving game. The number 1 receiver is actually number 1 here, Omari Hayes. 91 speed, 93 acceleration. The catching ratings are decent. Route runnings are very good, but the release is awful. So for an X receiver, this is pretty bad release. And then he's got some elusiveness, but no power. Omari Hayes, gotta watch out for him. He's got the athleticism to burn our secondary. Shaz Preston is the number 2 receiver. He wears number 7. 6'2", 206 out of Louisiana. Preston has 89 speed, 93 acceleration. He's got very good catching ratings across the board. Route runnings, more of a slot receiver, if we're being honest here. This is not a great down the field threat with his route runnings and just overall speed. Justin Reed is the top tight end on this team, and he's actually kind of a decent player here. 6'5", 255, massive human being. Not a great route runner, but the hands are solid. He's got a little bit of speed, but yeah, just a decent tight end, I guess. And then this offensive line, they have an elite left tackle, but he's injured, and his backup is a 67 overall, so that's not good. They got a good left guard. You got to give it to them, and a good center, but he's also injured, so his backup is a 68 overall. And I mean, you're missing 2 of your top offensive linemen. That is never going to go down well. There's just no way that they can just replace them with 20 overall less players. Like, this is an awful offensive line. They have 1 good player, an 83 overall left guard, and that is it. The left tackle and center spots are huge weaknesses, and even the right guard and right tackle not looking too hot either there. Now, they do have an elite level defensive end. 93 finesse moves, 85 power moves, good speed, not even horrible against the run either. This kid is unbelievable. Maurice Westmoreland might be the best player on this team that's actually playing, so gotta watch out for that one. Cameron Hamilton is the top defensive tackle, good strength, decent run stopper, 88 power moves, 73 finesse moves. Very good defensive tackle. Kind of a one-trick pony as a pass rusher, but the run stopping is there and the power is there. It doesn't even really matter that he can't finesse rush. And honestly, at that size, why would you expect him to be a great finesse rusher? Sam Howard is the top linebacker on this team with solid speed. The pass coverage needs a lot of work, but the run stopping is great. He's got lots of power, and the pass rushing is non-existent. So no blitzing upside, no coverage upside, but a good run stopper. LJ Green is the top cornerback, and this is their top guy. Keep that in mind as we go through these ratings. Not a great man cover corner. 84 zone is very playable. Decent enough speed to keep up with our receiving unit, but this is their top guy, and he's not even great at coverage. So not scared about this secondary yet, honestly. Javion White is the number 2, 6 foot 180 out of Winsboro, Louisiana. Javion White is kind of awful in man coverage. And 72 zone is absolutely awful as well. 86 speed, that's horrible. Like, how are you going to keep up with that? Now, this kid is actually a good tackler, so he might be just a slot receiver playing kind of a hybrid linebacker position or whatever, but that number 2 corner looks awful, and the worst, like, the rest of the unit looks even worse, so that's not going to help. Now, Bailey Despainy is the top safety on this team, and he also does not have great speed. The coverage is okay, I guess, the zone coverage at least, but just not too much there. Now, we're gonna have recruits. There's all kinds of complimentary visits here at a rain game. It's raining. It's pouring down here in Lafayette, Louisiana, and Lindell Thierry does not care. He's running around with his tank top. We're gonna give it our best, but this might have to be a pretty ugly game. 1st and 10, motion for Robert Williams, and right off the bat, Howard is gonna throw it to his running back as we got Zylan Perry with the moves down to the 40. Right off the bat, we got a great play by Zylan Perry, our top running back. I mean, I really hope we can keep him around for next year because this kid is so athletic. And then they completely forget about him. Shelton Sampson behind the defense. He's all alone. It's a touchdown. And the Ragin' Cajuns right off the bat are going to score 7-0. That is already more points put on the board than in this entire last game we just watched. Shelton Sampson, like, it was 3rd and inches, and they were selling all out on the run. 9 people going in the box, and they forget about the slot fade. Completely all alone in the secondary is Shelton Sampson. And now right off the bat, we're going to have a huge play by our safety, Cody Jackson, in the backfield, losing 3 yards. 3rd and 7, overthrowing his receiver by a mile. Whitfield takes it back the other way, and it's brought down at the 25 or something. But Tulane having an awful start. On the opening drive, they have that horrible call to go all out on the run, and then they're going to overthrow their number 1 receiver by a mile. Whitfield's there to take it away, our Sam linebacker, and that is going to be not goal to go, but starting the possession inside field goal range for Louisiana. Now we're just going to dump it over the middle. Shelton Sampson got an easy first down there, 10 yards. And now 1st and 10, Howard is pressured by 4. Rolls out to the right, throws it toward the sideline. What a catch made by Robertson. Great play as we're going to open here 7 of 8, and somebody jumps offside. We can't snap it in time, but it does not matter. It's a touchdown. Ragin' Cajuns going up 14-0, and Tulane is just absolutely obliterated here in the rain. We're not even done with the first quarter, and they're already down multiple scores. Not looking great here for Tulane. Now, the thing is, this matchup here, Tulane and Louisiana, I think we're like the 2 mid-tier teams in this entire conference. There is 18 teams in this conference. We got 5 elite teams: Bama, Auburn, Ole Miss, Mississippi State, and LSU. And then we got the mid-tier teams. It's us and Tulane, and the rest is just awful. At least this season. So this is kind of the only matchup where it should have been really going head-to-head, or toe-to-toe, I guess. But Tulane not looking great at all. They go 3 and out on their next possession, and we're already down there yet again. Howard getting sacked. Does not look great. 3rd and 6. We're gonna go hurry up here and try to confuse them, as we're gonna get this one away to Williams, and that's just not gonna do it. 4th and 3. In the rain, we're gonna go for it in the second quarter here. There's still a lot of time to be played, and we're gonna get it. Trey Miller with a tough grab and double coverage there. Walker Howard, so far 10 of 11, absolutely on the dot. 1st and 10, Howard has some time, gets it away. Williams run it down the numbers, and he's down at the 6. Tackled inside the green zone, and it's goal to go, Louisiana yet again. And not looking great here. The Tulane defense in the rain, absolutely getting obliterated here. 2nd and goal, touchdown, Louisiana. We got him. Robert Williams at 21-0. And where is this green wave? Are you did you stay in New Orleans or whatever? Like, come on, guys. Where's the fight? It's 21-0. It was a little bit too easy. Like, Tulane is just absolutely getting obliterated here. Just let me recap you quick. You go all out on a 3rd and inches call and get a deep touchdown, and then you're throwing an interception. Next possible opportunity. Then you go 3 and out, and then now you're down 21-0, and now you're getting sacked by Corbin Ashmore, a true freshman who has been having a great season, honestly. But this is exactly what I was talking about. You're missing your 2 best offensive linemen, and the offensive line exactly looks like that. They look awful. And now Walker Howard, tough coverage, but Caden Jensen still makes the grab, breaks a couple tackles, and goes downhill into opposing territory. Now are the Raging Cajuns. And Howard, great adjustments in the pocket, moving around, waiting till the opportunity hits, and he is gonna throw a dart to Robert Williams over the middle. 3rd and 10 for Howard now, and he gets it away. He gets rocked in the backfield, but the motion was good enough to get it to his receiver out there. And now we're at the 2-minute warning. It's 21-0. I mean, what on earth are you doing on your drives? 3rd and 6. Walker Howard has a tough chance here, and he is gonna get it away over the middle. Zylan Perry, touchdown, Raging Cajuns. Tough 3rd down here, 3rd and 6 in the rain, but you're gonna have to take a second look at that one, because this is a running back who just caught that touchdown, and we have to take a second look at that one, because that was just beautiful route running. Zylan Perry lines up in the slot here. He has a man-on-man coverage. It's a 0 blitz, right? And he just absolutely breaks this corner's ankles. Just absolutely obliterate that corner's ankles. And it's 28-0 now. What is Tulane doing? Like, they're just... Did they leave their brains in New Orleans as well? And not just their waves? I do not know what they are doing there. At least they're getting a 1st down now. So, I mean, that's half decent, I guess. 1:11 on the clock, and they're moving towards midfield now. Tulane looking to have their first decent drive. What a block by that offensive lineman, and he's getting 21 yards out of the play. And that is now the edge of field goal range for Tulane. And getting the ball away, that's the running back. I mean, that's 7 yards at least. Moving the chains is going to happen this play, hopefully, for them, I guess. Yes, they do. 6 yards on that one. Timeout taken by the Green Wave. And now they have a chance to go get a touchdown here, but they are just not operating quickly enough. Only 1 timeout left, and down goes the quarterback. It's a sack again. And now they're knocked even further back. Long range vehicle, 46 yards for a college kicker. That's not a close vehicle or a safe one. But they do make it. It's 28-3 at halftime. And yeah, this Louisiana team has come back to prove something from their horrible away trip to Mississippi State. Of course, if you enjoyed the video, I would appreciate if you gave it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, as we're going into the second half now here against the Tulane Green Wave. And right off the bat, Louisiana giving up a huge 1st down there to Tulane. Now it's 3rd and 8. And they are going to throw a one-on-one shot against Tyree Skipper, and he's going to knock it away. Our free safety has been lights out this year. And they are going to have to punt it here. So no points for Tulane. And on 3rd and 5, we're not getting anywhere either. 3 and out for Walker Howard and this offense. We're punting it right back. 2nd and 9 for Tulane. And they're going to throw it over the middle. And the first tackle is broken as well. I mean, that's not good. 3rd and 4. And they're going to hand it off. And that is just horrible tackling. What are you doing, guys? Jaden Duggar just ran over. 2nd and 4 as they're going to throw a slip screen here. And on the outside, great blocking. Down to the 2-yard line goes Tulane. The Green Wave still, by the way, on negative rushing yards. And they're going to have a running back up the middle. Touchdown, Tulane, 28-10. And they're finally trying to get back in this game here. Halfway through the third quarter now. It's Louisiana football now. And let's just put them away here. 2nd and 10. And they're going to have a 6-man pressure. And look who's wide open. It's Shelton Sampson on the out route. Beautiful route run against that slot corner. Probably the same guy that got his ankle broken by Zylan Perry. And now over the middle, we got a 9-yard catch by Caden Jensen. 3rd and inches, and we're having 4 tight ends on the field. And look at all the green grass. Zylan Perry couldn't get away from the last guy. Oh, I thought he was gone there for a second. 1st and 10. Zylan Perry in the backfield. Play action. Get it away to Caden Jensen. I mean, he's been a nightmare on these play action runs over, like, or play action crossers. He's been lights out there. And now we got Robert Williams behind this behind the linebackers. Drop it in the bucket there. And down at the 4-yard line is Robert Williams. 1st and goal for Louisiana, and we're gonna run it with Bill Davis up the middle. Touchdown, Ragin' Cajuns. It's 35-10, and I mean, this is still a 4-score game at the end of the 3rd quarter. Louisiana has been absolutely lights out today. We had just like a couple punts, but we turned almost every opportunity into a touchdown. And yeah, just lights out. We're just gonna skip ahead here because you can see where this is going. They have no shot. And look at this play by Walker Howard. What a throw to Zylan Perry, the running back here on the play action fake. I mean, that was just beautiful. Didn't even need to do that, but it's 42-10 now here, halfway through the 4th quarter. And yeah, Tulane did not come to play. So yeah. But incredible throw by Walker Howard, and Zylan Perry with his 2nd receiving touchdown today. A running back having 2 receiving touchdowns. That's kind of a rarity, I guess. 4th and 10, they're throwing it, end zone, double coverage, and look at him. It's Tyree Skipper with another interception, and he's going to return it down the sideline. Good return. Why on earth would you throw that in double coverage? I mean, I guess it's 4th down. It's a turnover anyway if you don't throw it. But double coverage, I mean, just give somebody else a chance, man. Skipper was all over that one. And, I mean, just horrible decision there. Throwing it on the run, and he was just like, Skipper was like looking right at him and waiting for him to throw it to him. So, yeah, absolute domination by this Louisiana team. There was just nothing Tulane was doing right at all in this game. So that was a really quick one. I'm honestly kind of shocked at how well we played, despite the fact that it was raining this entire time. I mean, if you look at Walker Howard's yards per attempt, it's 7.1, so that's not massive, but he's got 70% completion percentage, right? Simonza, 2 awful picks, throwing the game away early. You have that. I honestly, I can't believe that you're 3rd and inches and you're putting 9 people in the box because you think this is going to be a run. Why on earth would you be that aggressive on a 3rd and inches in Louisiana territory? I mean, there is still like 4 more sets of downs or 6 more sets of downs at that point. And you just leave a receiver completely uncovered. Of course he's gonna get a touchdown. Like, oh my god, what on earth was that? Then you're going on your opening drive and you're throwing a pick immediately. And then they go down the field, they score. And I mean, by go down the field, they're already like starting in field goal range, right? So they only got like 25 yards to go. They score a touchdown. It's 14-0 already. And like, I mean, the game's over at that point. It's 14-0 and you score 10 points all night long. Like, I mean, you threw the game away in the 1st quarter and you never tried an effort. Like, you never even tried to come back. Just an awful game by Tulane. I do not know what they were doing. Kind of shocked as to how that game went. But yeah. We got Robert Williams setting the Louisiana single season receptions record. And Walker Howard set the Louisiana single season passing yards record. So yeah, we're gonna take a second look at that one, obviously. But 2 records, Louisiana records, broken here in the first season of the rebuild, and this rebuild, by the way, has been extremely fun. So far, we're not even like through the first season. 3,192 passing yards. That's a very low bar to beat. We're gonna have that one broken definitely multiple times in the future. We got the 83 receptions for Robert Williams. That's a nice broken record there. That's nice to see. And then we're gonna get a recruit, as this game was also like very important for the visits. And Jose Dixon is gonna join the Ragin' Cajuns here. He's out of Dallas, so it's kind of shocking that he actually chooses a Louisiana-based team. And then we got Dominique Jaimez out of Ponchatoula, Louisiana, kind of a hometown kid here, right in the smack dab middle of Louisiana. Gonna join the Ragin' Cajuns next year. And then we're also gonna get Tyrone Lindsey out of New Orleans. I mean, you gotta imagine, this is a 3-star cornerback that is out of New Orleans, right? And he watches his hometown team get absolutely obliterated. 42-10, and he's like, yeah, I'm not going there. So yeah, good decision by Tyrone. We got the undersized defensive tackle here with 89 strength. I'm very intrigued by the athleticism on Jose Dixon, so good recruit. Then we get Dominique Jaimez. We take him away from the ULM and Louisiana Tech. So that feels great to take him away from 2 rivalry schools at the same time. Jaimez, good size for a linebacker, not too athletic, but we're gonna take it. And Tyrone Lindsey, we don't know nothing about him, and we actually did not take him away from Tulane at all. We took him away from Arkansas. If we wouldn't have gotten him this week, I think there is a pretty good chance that Arkansas would have caught up to us and beat us out in a recruiting battle, like in a duel. Because they would have had the visit next week. So yeah, very lucky to get this cornerback now. And with that, we're 5-3 in the conference. But look at this, Mississippi State lost, and Ole Miss is now 6-2 in conference as well, and LSU as well. So 3 teams at 6-2 here in the Western Division, and on the other side, it's Alabama 7-1, Auburn 6-2. So this last week that is coming up now will be deciding everything, and LSU couldn't have had a much easier opponent. They are playing UAB. I mean, that is just awful. So they are gonna have an easy time beating them out, while Mississippi State and Ole Miss are gonna play their rivalry game here. By the way, Mississippi State is not ranked here at all anymore. Ole Miss, number 21. Whoever wins that game, I mean, I have no idea how the tiebreakers are. I don't even know who the losses of LSU, Ole Miss, and Mississippi State are to. But one of those 3 teams has to win it. And the fact that Mississippi State and Ole Miss is going to go head-to-head means one of them has to win. So that also means that LSU has to win. And then Auburn and Alabama also go head-to-head on their game as well. So that's going to be incredible. I would love it if we had a chance to watch that. But no matter, we're going to play our last game of the season. We do not have a chance to win the division anymore, but we're going to try our best to blow out a rival school here in the ULM Warhawks. And that quarterback that I'm not as scared of at all, Aiden Armenta. The running back is Braylon McReynolds, 5'7", 190. Very small back. 5'7". I mean, running backs are not tall, but 5'7" is really small. And he's not even that fast. He has no power at all. Not a great route runner, not great hands. He has basically nothing going for him. The top receiver is Jake Godfrey, 5'8", 175 out of Spanish Fort, Alabama. Former 1-star, and I mean, he's 5'8". Like, this kid is tiny. 90 speed's not even that fast. The hands are decent, not a great route runner, and just nothing here on this offense. In my opinion, this ULM team is just awful. This is one of the worst teams in the conference. This needs to be a blowout for us. Brendan Buckhalter is the number 2 receiver, 6'2", 198 out of Jackson, Mississippi. I can't talk even anymore. And this receiver only has 84 speed. I mean, are you kidding me? How on else are you, like, how on earth are you gonna separate? This is an awful receiving unit. They do not have a good X receiver at all. Now the offensive line for this team, I mean, they just look absolutely awful. And they don't even have any injuries. This is a horrible offensive line, and this is kind of on the level of awful that Tulane also had. Now, granted, Tulane had 2 injuries, so we were so lucky on that. 2 injuries to their offensive line that absolutely halted everything they were doing. And but still, yet again, this is one of the worst teams in the conference. We need to absolutely blow them out, especially considering this defensive line. Like, their best defensive tackle is a 76 overall with yeah, he's a one-trick pony yet again. 86 power moves. I mean, that's okay. Run stopping, I guess. No finesse moves, no athleticism to speak of. I'm not scared of this team at all. Carl Glass is the linebacker, 5'11", 220 out of Monroe, Louisiana. An actual hometown kid. Glass has decent athleticism, decent coverage. It's just, there is just nothing there, honestly. The run stopping is okay, I guess, but just there is nothing there. And then this cornerback room, David Gotze, this is an actual good corner. Like, genuinely the best player that ULM has on, actually on the team, honestly. Like, they do not have anybody else that's this good. Good in man and zone, good, like, good athleticism. This is just a good cornerback, but that's about it. The number 2 corner is 76 overall, 6'1", 195 out of East Palo Alto. California kid, Perkins McAllister is his name. And Perkins McAllister has absolutely no man coverage to speak of, and only 71 zone. That's awful. Not even that fast if he screws it up. He doesn't even really have the makeup speed. Like, this kid is like an awful cornerback. They've got a number 1 corner that you can put on an island, and the rest of the team is gonna look awful. Carl Fontroy, 6 foot, 185, and Fontroy has 86 zone coverage. This is their best coverage player, if I'm being honest, but not the fastest. Got some run support as well. I mean, that's not too bad. But ULM is just completely overmatched here. We got a better quarterback, we get better running backs, and not just one of them. We got better actually, we do not have better receivers. It's kind of a tie on the receiving unit, I think. We have by far a better offensive line. We have a better defensive line. We have a better linebacker unit. They have a better cornerback than we do, but in total, this team's depth at cornerback looks awful. They do have a good safety, but we also have Tyree Skipper here on the team, so they really don't have the edge on anything, if I'm being seriously honest on this. Last meeting, 37-23, we won that one. We're on a 2-game winning streak, and we're going to try our best to keep it that way. ULM starts on offense first, and this is played at ULM, and we got somebody in the backfield already. They can't even hand off the ball. Whitfield unblocked in the backfield, in the quarterback's lap, and right off the bat, a massive loss for the Warhawks. And right off the bat, they do not recover from that at all. 3rd and 5. Howard throws it to the outside. He hits his receiver. It's Shelton Sampson, catch is made. And this is now the edge of field goal range. Howard throws it to Robert Williams, and down at the 26-yard line is Robert Williams, and now it's 3rd and 5. And this is gonna be a screen, and it didn't work out at all. 4th and 6, and I mean, you gotta go for the field goal here, yeah. It's too far, 4th and 6, and we're gonna miss it. It's no good. A 40-yard field goal. It's off the uprights to the right, and yeah, this is college kickers for you. Slip screen for ULM, and we have got nobody to tackle him until he got 9 yards on the plate. So that's not good. Aiden Armenta, 3rd and 2. And they are going to throw it wide open in the flats. Down the sideline. He jukes out the cornerbacks. Man, that was bad. That's Jake Godfrey. 3rd and 8. And the pressure is coming in. They got a stunt over the middle, and it's a drop. No points for ULM. They're going to get off the field here and put the Louisiana offense back out there. 1st and 10. Howard has got some time. Gets it away, and it is hauled in. What a catch by Jensen. 1st down, Louisiana. In triple coverage as well. He lobs it over there. 1st and 10, get it away, and this is caught by Sampson. 1st down again, and we're moving the football down the field. 1st and 10, motion for Perry, and oh my God. Wide open over the middle is Trey Miller. That's another 13 yards for you. 1st and 10, and this is to end the 1st quarter now. This went by really quickly. Ball's out. ULM is going to recover. They're going to return it. 10-5, touchdown. Warhawks score the first point of the game. It's 7-0. Oh my God. Our right guard just didn't block him at all. We had an unblocked defender in the backfield. And Howell returns it for a touchdown. 3rd and 4, another unblocked defender, and it's almost intercepted. And the ball goes right back to ULM. 3 and out after that touchdown. We're not getting any points on that one either. So now ULM has great field position, and they get 8 yards with McReynolds right off the bat. 3rd and 2, and we've got trips to the right. Isolated tight end is left, and he's actually not isolated. He's on the line, but they got a wide open receiver there. And they're going to move the chains again. 2nd and 10, and hand it off. Nowhere to go. Jordan Lawson in the backfield. Not falling at all for the shenanigans. 3rd and 12. And having forever to throw. Should have been an interception, honestly. What on earth was that throw by Armenta? We get the ball back. It's still 7-0 for ULM, but we're going to have a 1st down here for Bell. And maybe I'm calling him Bell, and Bell is not even playing here. Bell is probably the receiver, the 4th receiver I have on Nebraska, I'm guessing. But what a hurdle by Jensen. Across midfield. Down he goes at the 48. And already 4 catches for Jensen here. 4 minutes away from halftime. And now we got Perry. What a move! He's down to the 32. 16 yards for Zylan Perry. 2nd and 10, hand it off to Perry. He's got some room. Another great juke move and dragging defenders with him for a 12-yard gain on that one. 3rd and 9 now, and Howard is going to dump it to Perry. A 3rd straight touch, and he's got another 1st down on a 3rd and 9 important catch. And now 4th and goal. We couldn't get the touchdown on a 3rd and goal, but we do get it on 4th and goal. We tie up the game. It's Shelton Sampson in the end zone. And you can see these Warhawks getting obliterated if Louisiana just gets together here. But it has been a tough game so far. And there is 1 minute and 34 seconds on the clock, so maybe we scored a little bit too quickly. But that 4th and goal call was pretty risky. Now, granted, we did go for it because we think that ULM is just not a good defense at all. And they can't create any pressure without sending extra. So, yeah, that's why we went for it. And absolutely nowhere to go for McReynolds with like a 3-yard loss. And now they've got a 3rd and 6 coming up here. Armenta's got some time to throw it. And he's going to step up. And he is going to throw it. And oh my God, that was Jaron Dawkins again. The slot corner knocking it down. Out of bounds. And that is your first half already done. So, yeah, great game so far for the Raging Cajuns. Just kidding, it's 7-7 against a team we should be blowing out. So the great game, honestly, should be going to ULM. At least we get the ball first in the second half, and we got Trey Miller wide open on the crossing route. And that is going to be a 17-yard gain for Miller. 1st and 10, Perry. No, that's a play-action shot. Good call. Miller over the middle, 9 yards. They would have had him in the backfield if that was an actual run. 2nd and 1, 2 tight ends on the field. We're going to hand it off to Perry. He's got some room to the outside, turns the corner, and he's going to break a tackle, still on his feet. And down to the 33 goes Zylan Perry. And he's running really hard this game. Already running people over, breaking tackles, breaking people's ankles with his juke moves as well. 2nd and 10, and another juke move. Perry in the open field. Jukes out the slot corner again. That guy has his ankle broken 3 times by now. Perry is just unreal, honestly. And I think we got to stick with him, but not on a 3rd and 5. You got to throw it there, right? And Perry picks up the block, and this is going to be a 1st down. Robert Williams, and it was just enabled by Perry picking up the edge rusher. And now Bill Davis runs it into the end zone. It's a touchdown. Kind of unlucky there with the rotation. Bill Davis seems to always steal the touchdowns from Zylan Perry. But it is a score for Louisiana, and we're going to go up 14-7 here halfway through the 3rd quarter. After a tough start to this game, a couple bad possessions, one of them ending with a scoop and score for UL Monroe. 1st and 10 for the Warhawks now, and not fooled at all by the read option is Jordan Lawson in the backfield here. 3rd and 11 coming up for Armenta. 4-man pressure. Armenta throws it and overthrows it. Receivers absolutely sailed there, and they punted back back to the Louisiana offense, and just dump it for the tight end. Caden Jensen gets 8. That's a great pickup on 1st down. Now we got a 2nd and 4, 4-man pressure, gets it away over the middle. Robert Williams, 1st down. Louisiana and the Ragin' Cajuns are moving down the field quickly on this drive. 1st and 10. We're already running clock here as Howard is going to throw it wide open. Shelton Sampson, 8 yards, turns upfield. That's a very nice play. 3rd and 1, and we're actually going to throw it here wide open. No! What on earth was that? Tristan Shorter just knew where the play was going, as we had wide open Robert Williams. Honestly, he didn't have anybody lined up over him, so we threw it right to him, and Shorter knocks it away. 4th and 1, we go for it. We get it with Bill Davis, and now 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Jensen! And the Ragin' Cajuns are going up by 2 scores. ULM absolutely losing their minds over this game. They have not scored a single point on offense so far, and we're in the 4th quarter. It's 21-7, and the Warhawks, they need to start getting it going. Now, obviously, a 2-score lead acquired in the 4th quarter makes it sound like it's a close game, but if you actually look at it, ULM has not had a great offensive possession at all today, and now they're throwing it in double coverage, incomplete, nowhere to go. We're gonna get the ball back here after a 3 and out, and wide open is Robert Williams. Up the seam, just throw it up to him. 1st and goal, already at the edge of field goal range, and we're gonna run the clock down here. We're actually gonna throw the clock down here, I guess. Trey Miller wide open over the middle, and we got another 1st down out of it. 3rd and 3, handed off to Perry. Nowhere to go. They got 3 people on the edge. They knew exactly where this ball was going. And we're gonna line up for a field goal here, and it is no good. Are you kidding? He misses a short kick from the hash, and the ball goes right back to the UL Monroe Warhawks. 3 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock. It kind of takes a little bit of a miracle here, but if you can score quickly, maybe you get the ball back. Maybe don't use up your timeouts. 1st and 10, 3 minutes and 26 seconds on the clock, and Armenta is going to throw it to the flats, and that is going to be dragged down inbounds. So clock keeps running. 3rd and 1, handed off, and what a hurdle over a down defender. 1st down, Louisiana Monroe. 1st and 10, ULM is gonna throw it, dumps it over the middle to the running back. McReynolds gets 8. They're just dunking their way down the field, and it's actually been working. They have used up about a minute of time so far, and now they're gonna miss a throw. So 4th and 2 coming up here, and you gotta go for it. Obviously, you're down by 2 scores. 4th and 2, and over the middle, it's caught. 1st down, Warhawks, and they're now at the edge of field goal range here. But it doesn't matter because you need to go get a touchdown. So 4 downs available to you. Down goes Armenta. We got him in the backfield again. It's Kreider. 2nd and 17, and we're closing in on the 2-minute warning. In fact, we hit it right here, and that's going to be a first down. ULM down the field. 1st and 10 at the 2-minute warning. And you got to go get a touchdown now because you can't use any timeouts here to make sure you get the ball back. 1st and goal. Armenta has lots of time to throw it. Pressure's not getting in, and eventually they're going to clear open. Touchdown, Warhawks. And they're going to cut the lead in half. It's a 7-point game. And you got to go get the ball here as Louisiana. Let's see if they try an onside. No, they just kicked it off regularly. And we get the ball at 22. So we're going to try to run at the clock. 7 yards. And first timeout taken on an injury timeout here for ULM. 3rd and 1. Hand it off to Perry. Lots of room on the outside. Jukes out the safety. And he got caught from behind. I thought he was gone again. But that was going to do it at all. There was no timeouts left for the Warhawks after that one. And the battle on the Bayou is decided. It is a win for the Ragin' Cajuns. And deservedly so. We played much better football. They scored on a very lucky scoop and score. In the first quarter, and that was the only reason that this game was ever close at all. Howard threw it 50 times for 2 touchdowns, no picks, 5.2 average per attempt. I do gotta admit, ULM actually had a half-decent pass coverage, man. Obviously, we ran with Perry for a bunch, 125 yards. The touchdown was siphoned off by Bill Davis, obviously, but they were not running the football at all. Like Braylon Reynolds had 1.7 a carry. I mean, that's just not good enough. Their leading receiver was a backup tight end with 35 yards. I mean, we were absolutely locking them down. They had no shot. That was a horrible game by ULM, honestly. But that pass defense actually was not half bad. They were actually covering pretty well. We did not get the huge plays. So we passed it around the bunch. We had a few drops here and there as well, but overall, this was just the ULM offense was just not able to move the ball at all. They just do not have the personnel to move the ball on our defense, and we get a couple sacks. They get a couple sacks actually. Actually, we get a couple sacks. They get 1 sack. Dylan Howell. He was the one that forced the fumble. But yeah, Shelton Sampson broke the single season receptions record in this game. And then Robert Williams was like, no, that's just not happening. I'm going to break it right back. So he goes back up here as well. Robert Williams now leading again. So this is just a record that is definitely going to be broken yet again at some point. Well, we're going to extend it with the bowl game, but 88 receptions is the lead. I mean, we're definitely going to have a 100 receptions receiver at some point if we're going to make it to the playoff at some point. So that's not going to be much of a question. Chad Shoemaker decides to join the team out of Louisville, Kentucky. We get a center, so that's exciting. Get an offensive lineman in here because Lord knows we need it. Shoemaker had a visit with us in week 11, 6'2", 306 out of Louisville, Kentucky. And yeah, Shoemaker, that was honestly just a scholarship for the visit with the quarterback. We do not know actually much about him, but we need offensive linemen in here. And that is the only reason that I'm going to recruit this kid. Now, results from last week. Obviously, LSU blows out UAB. But the much more interesting thing is Mississippi State actually beat Ole Miss. So I do not know how Mississippi State and LSU played each other, but that is going to be the tiebreaker. Whoever won that game is going to the conference championship game. So I do actually not know who won that game. So we're going to find out in a second, I guess. Bama goes down against Auburn. They were leading the division at 7-1. Auburn had 6-2. But now that Auburn wins, they are both having the same conference record, and Auburn holds a tiebreaker because they won that last game. And now Alabama is out of the playoff contention at all, like altogether. They do not play there at all. Auburn wins the East, and it looks like LSU holds the tiebreaker over Mississippi State. I kind of can't believe it. LSU and Auburn looking to go head-to-head here. Let's quickly go through all the games that are happening here in the conference championship. So, the American is going to be decided between Indiana and Louisville. Remember, I had a conference realignment. The ACC is going to be against Clemson against Duke. We have Texas A&M and SMU in the Big 12. We're going to have Notre Dame and Ohio State in the Big 10. There is no Michigan in that game. The Conference USA Championship game will be between Syracuse and Penn State. The MAC is going to be between Missouri and Iowa State. I do not know why Iowa State is so strong in this game. But they also made the Conference Championship game in the Nebraska Dynasty that I have. Mountain West is between Arizona State and BYU. UCLA and Oregon is going to be the Pac-12. And in the SEC, it's Miami and Georgia. And then obviously LSU and Auburn in the Sun Belt. Yeah, that's gonna be all the conference championship games. With one more week, we get another recruit. We get Duke Warrilow out of Baton Rouge. We take him away from the LSU Tigers. That's always good to see. So we get yet another defensive tackle committed here to Louisiana. 6'4", 297, good size. He signs with us. And this is this was a battle that was pretty easily winnable for us. There was not much action there, but he's a massive athlete, like a great athlete with 76 finesse moves as well. Like that's actually like pretty decent. The Heisman winner is actually John Mateer, the quarterback for Oklahoma, has the Heisman trophy here in his hands. So yeah, Oklahoma didn't even make it to the conference championship game. How on earth is that even possible, guys? Louisiana and UCF are going to be playing in the First Responder Bowl next week. And that is going to be our next episode here against the UCF Knights in the First Responder Bowl. This is the conference championship game results now, a week later. And yeah, remember, American Championship game, the American Conference for me was all the Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana, and West Virginia teams, and Indiana scrapes out with a 1-point win. ACC is everything from Maryland to South Carolina on the coast there, and Clemson scrapes out a win there. Texas A&M and SMU face, and SMU just blows them. Well, it's actually not a blowout, but 47-34 here. Big 12 is Texas and Oklahoma, by the way. Big 10, that's all Ohio and Michigan and Notre Dame. And Ohio State wins that one 44-29. Conference USA, that's the New England conference that I set up. Penn State wins that one, no surprise there. The MAC championship goes to Iowa State. And MAC is everything in the middle, from like Kansas to Minnesota or something. Mountain West is actually the Mountain West here. We've got Arizona State winning that one over BYU. In the Pac-12, we got Oregon with a dominant win over UCLA. We got the SEC, that's just Georgia and Florida teams. And Georgia wins that one, obviously, 40-37. And then LSU gets blown out by Auburn. 38-21 is the final there. So LSU just not a great season for them. Lost a couple games, made it miraculously into the championship game, honestly, and then got blown out by Auburn, who themselves didn't have a great season, but they won the one game that was most important at the end against Alabama, move on to the championship game, and then have a blowout win and not make it to the college football playoff at all, because no team here in the Sun Belt had a good season, honestly. They lost way too many games to top teams. Now, we got number 1 ranked Georgia, number 2 ranked Indiana, both conference winners. Number 3 ranked Oklahoma, they didn't even play in their conference championship game. Louisville lost their conference championship game to Indiana, but still gets a first round bye. Very interesting stuff. 5 seed Texas didn't make it to the championship game at all. They're playing the winner of the Big Ten, Ohio State. So Ohio State and Texas, winner moves on to face Louisville. We got Texas Tech, didn't make it to the conference championship game at all. Faces the winner of the Pac-12. Winner goes on to face Georgia. South Carolina didn't go to the championship game either. And Clemson didn't make it for some reason, but South Carolina did. What on earth? They're going to face Illinois, who also didn't make a championship game. Winner goes on to face Oklahoma and the Heisman winner. And then Penn State, they won their championship game. Michigan did not make it to the championship game at all. Winner goes on to face the winner of the American Conference, Indiana. And that's gonna do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. See you next episode. Until then, have a great day.